Hello, my fellow skateboarders, longboarders, and freelance skaters. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer who loves to skate. Okay, so what we are looking here right now is a small Google Map satellite view of the Srirangam Ranganatha Swami temple. Okay, so I am recording this on a very lively environment, so you might hear some noise as well. So what you are looking here is Royal Glen 2. That's where I am, and that's where I am recording it from the ground floor. So first apartment, that's my home. So if you come this way and take a left here, you will find the community park. And if you come like this further, follow my mouse, okay, and come here, you will reach the west entrance of the Srirangam Uthira street of the Srirangam Ranganatha Swami temple. Okay, so this is the west entrance, and I usually take a two-wheeler from my home, like a scooter, TVS N-Torque, and come all the way, and like, hope you guys can follow the mouse. So from here I take a right and come here to the west entrance. Okay, so it's like this, so I come here and take a right and park my vehicle somewhere near this house and start riding from here onto the beginning of the west street. Okay, so why are we looking at this is because like I have a plan to ride this Uthira street as fast as I can with my new waterborne adapter setup. Okay, so this is my new setup with the skateboard. Okay, and I need to study the road before which I plan to ride a little faster. Usually the longboard which I am riding, or the way I ride, is I'm little faster than a human being who is walking, for the exercise. And this time I'm planning to ride a little more faster than that human being, like comparatively, something equal to the person who is riding a bicycle. So it's not harmful to perform on a regular street. And I also know this street, I've been visiting this quite regularly. So when there will be traffic and when there will not be any traffic, all those things, I know that very well. So all those things I very well know. So that's why I'm attempting this. And it's who would get rammed with the bicycle speed, right? Okay, so that's the idea. So I park my vehicle here and I start riding from this point, and I take a right on this way, and this entire Uthira Veedi street of Srirangam is like Srirangam temple is about 1.39 kilometers. So whatever you are seeing here, if you follow my mouse, it's 1.39 kilometers. But you won't ride in the same way, right? You will probably ride sometimes on the left hand side, then you travel to the onto the right hand side, like inner circle and outer circle of this rectangle. Okay, so that would increase your number of kilometers. Even Newton's law says that. Like, it's not the Newton or Einstein, I'm not sure, but whoever said that, like, the distance that you travel from point A to point B, and when you come back from point B to point A, it's not the same. So it's something like that. So on that way, I would round that to 1.5 kilometers. Okay, so every corners of this rectangle, Uthira Veedi street, at the corners, particularly when you take a turn, which is a 90-degree turn, there's always inclined surface. So it's inclined to 15 to 30 degrees in all the corners. Okay, so when you're trying to pump on that corners, you need to pump harder. So that's what I learned it. So I'll remember that, and in those corners mostly I have to stick it to the outer circle or the left hand side of the road, which is the norm in India. You ride onto the left hand side. So for the first L of this rectangle from here to here, I'm like consider the complete L over here, when you draw a diagonal like this onto the left or upper part of the diagonal road, the road is very fine and nice. Okay, so like you have a west entrance here, these temples have entrance for all the three sides: west, north, south and east. So this is the North Uttara Street entrance. So through these entrances you can expect some traffic coming in from outside, like people who carry flowers, people who are selling flowers, vegetables, and people who are coming in after going out to do some purchase and coming back to their home, or people are starting to go to work, or shops are opening, such traffics will be there. So I need to be slow down at the junctions of these entrances at North Uttara Street or the West Gate or the North Gate, as I slow a little bit on the turns. So this is my pre-planning. So likewise, there is an inclination on the North Uttara Street as well when you take a turn to the East Uttara Street. And from East Uttara Street, there is one more entrance here, which is called the White Temple Tower or the Vellai Gopuram. Here you have a junction here where people are coming, the outside traffic is flowing in, so I need to be careful here. So, and again, this turn in the East Uttara Street to South Uttara Street, this is also big, and there will be huge traffic here. Normally a lot of tourist vans parked and tourist cars, taxis and everything is parked, just because like the South Uttara Street has the main entrance to the temple. So you will find a lot of people coming here, the outer traffic flowing in two ways. One as a human traffic, the other one as the vehicles, two-wheelers and then four-wheelers, everything. And being morning time, it's after 7 o'clock you will find some water tankers, water lorries which carries waters, somewhere onto the from the North Uttara Street, because you will find some hotels nearby, So I need to be prepared for all those things, and there will be a lot of street vendors in the South Uttara Street here. So I need to be prepared for all those things. So when I reach the Vellai Gopuram and from to the end of the South Uttara Street, I need to be very careful. I need to ride slow. And in India, purposely, when you build some speed breakers, people are known to travel across, go across the speed breakers. They won't go up and down the speed breaker, So, or sometimes people, if they don't find it convenient, they will break the speed breakers. Or in otherwise, those speed breakers have turned into, danger for public. Sometimes some fatal accidents happen because of the speed breaker. So it's a known fact, the government or the people or generally leave the roads, damaged in certain places, wherein you have to make the people slow down their vehicle, but you can't let them know, you can't build a speed breaker or something like that. So likewise, I do not know, I'm assuming this. So this East Uttara Street to South Uttara Street, this part of the diagonal, right side of the diagonal is, the roads are always poor. Not bad, but it's poor for, riding a longboard or your car. Texture is very rough. There will be bumps. You can find patches of the tar, which is filled, for the potholes and everything. So you need to be careful of that also. There might be huge pebbles. So I need to prepare myself for all those things. And from South Uttara Street to the place where we started on the West Uttara Street, or the West Gate or West Entrance, the roads are amazing. So the left diagonal is amazing. The roads are awesome. Onto the right diagonal, the roads are poor. So I need to be planned for that. So we're expecting conditions. We have human traffic, two-wheelers and some tuk-tuk autowalas, and flowing in traffics at all the west, north, east and south gates. So this is the expected stuff. So I need to be planned for all these things and ride myself on the real conditions. So this is no danger. It's usual, like it's like riding a bicycle, like I'm just riding a skateboard with a cover setup. Okay, so most probably I'll be riding on to the left hand side as per the Indian norms, and I might switch the lane as per the convenience or because of the traffic and everything. So outer circle, that's where I'm going to be traveling. So that's confirms like it's almost 1.5 kilometers. Okay, so if you see my first video with the Oxalocow 540 board longboard video, I have done that distance in 14 minutes and odd, with all the talking and stuff. This time I'm trying to do it a little bit faster. That's my idea. So let's go and ride. Okay, and this was done before all the lockdown conditions, and for the proof I'm recording this today, this morning, and you'll find the date on my computer. It's 29th of April. So I do not know when you will see this video, probably 2 days after, 1st of May or so, I'm not sure. So that's the plan. So let's go and ride. Peace.
Steady. Go. Go.
So I'm very happy that I was able to do this within 9 minutes and 18 seconds. So my usual time was like between 14 to 15 minutes, and I was able to do it in 9 minutes and 18 seconds. That's really impressive of my personal record. It's my personal best actually. So in spite of all the unexpected traffic conditions, the cow and stuff, so technically speaking, there is still more like 10 feet left from the start point and from where I ended, because like it's the junction, west entrance junction for the Uthira street. So I was expecting some traffic, and so I stopped it 10 feet before. But if you still calculate the time for that 10 feet, I would have taken not more than like 5 to 10 seconds or so. So I'm still like much faster than my previous lap. So I'm very happy, and this was like done in a very planned and analytical and anticipated situation. So except for the cow, so I'm very happy. Hope you guys liked it. Peace.